Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to the Hardcore podcast. This is episode 66. And
Order 66.
Oh! Kill them all. And I'm your host, Christopher Norwood.
And I'm your host, Robert Melton.
Dang, you were too quick. I was going to make a joke that you were my guest today. I think you made me the guest on the last episode.
I'll be your guest.
Yeah, so today on this episode, we have a special guest, my buddy Rob, Bobby
Boy.
Bobby Schmerda. That's what we call him, is joining us today.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Not too shabby.
It's good to have you on. Have you ever done something like this before?
Not really.
No? Are you a little nervous? It's
Yeah,
normal.
I'd say
It's normal.
so.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a very just easygoing podcast I like to run here. So we're just going to, we're just having a conversation. It's just you and me.
Okay. No games, no tricks.
We'll talk about games, but yeah, just you and me, nothing crazy. So, what you been up to?
Okay. Have you heard of a little game called Palworld?
Yes, I have. It is all over the internet.
So I've been playing that a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
Teeny. Double digits.
Say,
hour-wise.
let's see. Came out 6 days ago today.
Oh, wow.
So in 5 days, I've accumulated a little over 30 hours.
That's pretty solid. It's
Yeah.
pretty solid.
So other than that, just working, I guess. Finished that book I was telling you about a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Would have finished it way sooner. I had for 2 weeks, I only had an hour and a half left to listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wasn't feeling listening to it. So I was just listening to podcasts pretty much. And then I finally just finished it, and ending was pretty damn good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And again, is this a series?
Yes.
Is there more to... Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
There's one book. The sequel is out. And then there's one more at least coming. So
Okay, nice.
yeah. So when my Audible subscription rolls over for the next month, I'll have that to get for my free pick. Technically not free because you got to pay for the subscription, but
Yeah, how much is that? Like $10 a month? Something like
I
that?
think it's maybe 12 to 14, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I can't remember exactly. I could be wrong entirely.
I mean, you pretty much need to listen to one book to have it
Yeah,
paid for.
Exactly.
So
And then I know Spotify is doing a monthly deal on their book thing where you
Don't
can
you
get
get
15 hours a
I was gonna
month.
say, wasn't it like a certain amount of hours you get
Yeah,
for free?
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no.
Especially if you're already paying for the service, then
It's kind of like the
Pretty solid.
equivalent to like a demo,
yeah.
like a video game demo, but a book demo.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how long the book is, that's pretty good
Yeah.
price.
Oh, I'm sure there's some books you can probably knock out
Oh,
in
yeah.
those hours. But yeah, it's crazy how Palworld, just how popular it's become. Like, I have buddies asking me about it who don't really play many video games, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
just even pops up on their feed. Like, obviously, it's going to pop up on our feed because we have similar interests with like Pokemon and things like that. But
What do
he's
you
like,
mean? How's it similar?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Well, before
I
you
don't
get
know why I
too
said
deep,
that.
finish your thought.
I was just going to say that it's crazy that even it's popping up on their feed. Like, they're asking me, like, what is Palworld? I'm seeing it, everywhere in my feed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's I have a buddy at work. I was telling you about him when we were talking about Starfield or whatever.
Is this the Yakuza guy?
Yes.
Oh, it
yes,
is? Same
yes,
guy? Oh, okay,
exactly.
cool,
Yeah, because
cool.
I seen him on Tuesday.
His buddy's in the Yakuza. That's what I meant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tattoos, just Japanese all over.
Yeah, he's a black dude from America. He's definitely in the Yakuza.
Sounds like an anime in the works.
Honestly, that would be pretty sly.
That'd be pretty sick. I know there was recently an anime that came out that was about like a black samurai. So I can see.
Recently,
I think it was pretty recently, within like the last year or two.
Afro Samurai.
No. It wasn't Afro Samurai. No, it was because I don't know if if there's any truth to the whole Afro Samurai, but I think this is based off like
Oh, really?
historical. Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's very loose, but I think there's some type of historical evidence that there
Yeah.
was like a black samurai.
Huh.
Like legit samurai.
Here, I'm gonna run the intro real quick. So
Okay. Yeah. There you go. You're getting the hang of it. I thought this was your first time.
Yeah, I'm just operating everything. It's my first time. Okay, so this dude I work with, he was telling me about the Yakuza series, and he brought up, he was like, because I told him last week about Palworld. I was like, yeah, I'm really excited to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out Friday. He was like, what is that? Never heard of that. And I was telling him about it. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's like similar to Pokemon, Arc, and all these, genres, survival, blah, 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 blah. He was like, oh, yeah, that sounds interesting. Then he was telling me about Yakuza because that comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it's not out yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
Infinite Wealth. Yeah, that comes out tomorrow.
Gotcha.
And he was telling me about how he's like super excited about that because he played the last game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. And he's like pretty big in like RPGs. So he played like a couple of the other Yakuza games, but they weren't like his style. Like I think he still liked them, but he was like, like a dragon's fucking the shit.
Yeah, I think that one's definitely more. That one's like turn-based and like very like RPG-like, whereas the other ones are kind of like arcade fighter with a a narrative thrown in there.
Yeah, and he was telling me about the story, and it was like very, very captivating. He was like, dude, this shit's crazy. And yeah, he got me interested in it. But we were talking about it Tuesday, and he like came to me because we were working together, and he was like, dude, I might get Palworld. I've been seeing so much shit about that game. And I was like, yeah, dude, this is like the biggest game in a while. He was like, yeah, but fuck, man, Yakuza comes out, but I really want to play Palworld. I was like, listen, man, it's only $30.
I mean, seriously, yeah.
Or actually, no, I think I did mention Xbox Game Pass to him because he only plays on like PlayStation and Xbox, so he may get it for the Game Pass, but I'm not sure if he has it or not. I can't remember. But I mean, hell, if you got that, then that's the way to go to try it out.
First off, if you have an Xbox and you don't have the Game Pass, what are you doing?
Honestly.
What are you doing? Why do you have that?
You're not playing the exclusives.
Sell it.
The exclusives are ass.
Yeah. Damn, that made me think of something. You said the exclusives were ass. Oh, me and my buddy were, it was either last night or the night before, we were talking about Xbox games. And obviously, we had mentioned, like, OG Xbox. And obviously, we had mentioned, like, Halo. But there was another one that we were talking about. I can't remember. But it made me reflect on, like, man, OG Xbox was, like, king back in the day. Like, they just had all these, obviously, PlayStation had a lot of IPs, too. But, like, Xbox had those, like, adult, mature games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just saying that made me think about that. I just thought it was funny.
That is
and
true.
now to see where they're at now, it's like, damn, what happened, guys?
Now fucking PlayStation has the mature games, like The Last of Us and
Yeah.
all those.
But, yeah, no, your buddy should definitely get both because once you kind of establish yourself in Palworld, it's a game that you can just kind of play on the back burner.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of telling him. I was like, if you have like 30 minutes to kill, it's like the perfect game to just go and do nothing.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, it is kind of a grind fest, but it's honestly up to you because you can just change the settings to how you want to play it. Like you can bump up the XP rate, you can bump up the power rates and shit like that. So,
how does that work with the server?
Oh, I could change them anytime.
Oh, so you're in charge, so you have to change them? Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was everyone can change it just so the game plays differently for each person.
Yeah, so what we're talking about is I bought a dedicated server. You can purchase them monthly if you are wanting a server that is up all the time so that say your friend has a server and that's what you're playing on, you don't have to wait for your friend to be on just so you can play. Now everybody can hop on at their leisure. So, yeah, definitely worth the $20 that I paid for it. But yeah, I host it. Technically, I just go onto their website, and they give you like a login ID and shit, and you go through the control panel, and you can change all the settings. I can change when it restarts. I can schedule restarts, updates, all that shit. So it's pretty cool.
So we have to go through that process as well?
No.
To the website?
No. You just log into your client, put in the IP, connect to the game.
Oh, okay.
Just as, you did last time.
Oh, okay. I was always curious how that worked. I don't think I've ever played a game on like a dedicated server.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of games have it, like Valheim, Minecraft, pretty much any of those like sandboxy type games.
Gotcha.
Yeah, definitely worth it because we're going to be having about 6-ish people playing on the server, at least for now.
And you can have up to how many?
32.
32. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that number will only grow.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely have, like Terrell, I'm sure maybe we'll eventually get him into it.
I mean, he was having a lot of fun with fucking Fortnite. This is like a perfect getaway from that.
Yeah.
Because we've pretty much grinded everything we can in Fortnite.
Exactly. And this world that you have is so huge.
Dude,
there's
it's massive.
Just hundreds and hundreds of hours worth
of
just shit to do and shit to explore.
And it's only early access.
And got to find them shinies.
Mm-hmm. I did find 2 yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I did, yeah.
Oh, which ones?
First one was a Chickapee.
I'm sure that's like the most common shiny.
Yeah.
If that's what we're just calling them shinies. I mean, they're not.
Yeah,
like
I think they're just
like bigger
luckies
versions.
or rares, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Then the second one, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like that boar. It's like literally just looks like a boar with like black stripes on it.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've run into that one yet.
Maybe not. Pretty damn generic looking. Looks just like Pumbaa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So with us talking about Palworld, Robert had mentioned that he has about like 30 hours in. I only have like 5-ish hours, but I have, started the game. Luckily going to be able to play a lot more this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Saturday nights for the boys, you know the rules. We're gaming this weekend, but I'm excited to dig in. But first impression, I get it. I see the fun factor. It took like 2 hours for it to really click for me.
Oh,
just
yeah.
because it does kind of start off pretty slow. And obviously a learning curve. There's kind of a decent amount being thrown at you with just like building and gathering and all that. But I see the fun factor. It's a beautiful looking game. It's really charming. Especially if you are going into this as a Pokemon fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like the best part for me is just finding the new pals. I'm like, oh man, that looks so cool.
I know.
Oh wow, do you see this animation? Like it's that part of it especially is a lot of fun for me.
No, I agree. Because every time I come across a new one, I'm like, fuck, I gotta have that.
Like the one I like the most right now, and it's just very basic, but the Celeray.
Oh yeah.
I just think he's so cute. Just seeing his he's like watering the garden, just seeing that animation. You can use him as a glider. I'm like, this is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's good shit. It's good.
Yeah. Fuck. There was a point I wanted to hit on that you were talking about. Oh, like trying to get used to everything when you first start. It was definitely easier for us. Like imagine somebody not ever playing a Pokemon game going into this. Because like I don't think the game tells you. I know they have like that list, the survival list or whatever, but I don't think many people are reading that. Like all the help options in the menu.
Mm-hmm.
But like say you just like start the game, you go in, you're like throw the ball at a pal, but it says a 1% chance. Like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to catch this? You don't know to damage it down to like the last % of health.
Right.
Then you got the type advantages that are literally just like Pokemon, except for like the dark and dragon. Like dragon hurts dark. And I think that's like the only difference. Like ice kills dragon, fire kills grass, water kills fire, blah, blah, blah. So I mean, it is like self-explanatory, those ones. So, if you use your brain a little bit, you'd be like, okay, yeah, water puts out fire.
Right.
But not ever playing a Pokemon game, I could see how that would be like, all right, well, how do I figure this out?
Yeah, no, we definitely have somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah.
Going into it with having like a history of playing games similar.
Yeah, because I know for sure there's a lot of people that have just hopped on this train due to the hype.
Yeah.
And yeah, they got to be just kind of lost. Especially if they've never played like a survival game. They're like, I'm fucking hungry every 5 minutes. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. And that part is still...
I'm like dropping my shit when I die. How am I supposed to progress?
All that stuff is still pretty new to me. Like, obviously, I got a lot of it with playing Lego Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a little experience.
Yeah, I haven't played a bunch of survival games.
The Forest Ark a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, like, you get it.
Yeah.
It's not too hard to adapt to it.
No.
And there's ways... I mean, the more you progress, the easier shit gets. As it would in real life. Like, you get thrown on an island, you got to fucking, build a fire, get food, blah, blah.
A lot of, like, menus and checking this and, like, this icon means this means this, just learning that.
Yes.
There's a lot of that.
Absolutely.
I guess that's more so what I mean. Like, it's an easy game to kind of, like, all right, I get wood. All right, to build this wall, I need this much materials. Hit the trees to get this, hit the rocks to get that. Like, that's simple.
Yeah.
But just understanding, like, oh, well, if you go on this menu, you see this, how this is lit up, that means that this one can mine, or this one is really good at, like, water, like, learning the things like that, it takes a little bit.
Oh, yeah, and there's been, like, even me playing quite a few survival games in, my day, there's been a lot of shit that I've had to look up just for this game. Like, the sanity meter, like, why the fuck's it running out?
Right.
My pals have food, and, I mean, it all comes down to, like, you get lucky, you catch this really good pal, its fucking food level is way higher, it's eating really shit quality food that I'm giving it, so its sanity is just running low because it's overworking. It's a fucking slave in my my garden.
There's some pretty how can I say it? Like, the mechanics that they put in the game are deeper than you would think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just with, like, the sanity and, like, giving them good quality food and, like, putting that first in, like, the feed box.
Yeah.
Things like that I think a lot of people wouldn't think about.
Yeah, and if you don't have a bed and they can't rest overnight, or you're forcing them to stay out, like, they'll start breaking bones
and they
get,
getting
like, sick,
stressed, and you have to get, like, I'm sure there's multiple options, but I know you were telling me that, like, hey, we need to build a hot tub, so it can,
it's
like
a
rest,
spa for
like
them
for it to rest, because the sanity's going down. So things like that, it takes a little while to really get used to that and to learn.
But hey, if you want to play that way, say you have this one pal you're trying to catch, and you waste down to the last ball, and you finally catch it. Punish that fucker. Get him out there working.
Yeah.
And then chop them up.
Which you can do.
Yeah.
Like, they are yours to do what you want with them. They're your property. I've seen that you can even catch NPCs.
Yeah.
Like, apparently it's like a low percentage chance to catch them. But,
I did catch one.
Yes, you can literally catch NPCs.
Yeah. So you
said you caught one?
I did. My first day, yeah.
Y'all thinking what I'm thinking? Canceled.
Oh no.
Canceled.
Yeah, I caught one. Like the friendly ones that are, like, sitting by the fire, like near the start of the game. Yeah. So I found one.
Oh, you can catch that one? The very first one?
You can.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, what if the game was just to punish people like that, and it just fucking, like, bricked your system? It's just waiting for you to attempt. It's like, I dare you, funny. You piece of shit.
Well, it's kind of crazy because when you do it, like, I just threw a ball at this person.
Whoopsie.
And they got pissed, and they're like, what the fuck?
Oh, really?
So they start attacking you.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So I threw my pal out, and I was like, oh, hell nah. got their HP low.
Go, Chickapee.
And then a bunch of fucking guards just started spawning out of nowhere, and they were shooting me.
Oh, shit.
And I was like running, dodging the bullets, and I kept throwing balls. And eventually I caught that person, and then they killed me, but I still had the person.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so there's like a wanted system, like similar to like GTA. So like I was trying to kill the guards. I couldn't though, because they were like way stronger than I was at the time. I'm talking like early game, like not even level 5 probably.
Jeez.
But yeah, like the farther I ran, the more guards and higher level guards just started popping up.
And again, that's what I mean. Like you would never think a game like this would go that deep into a system.
Right.
But there's a wanted system similar to Grand Theft Auto. Like,
Yeah,
that's
so
wild.
don't attack the locals and don't try to capture the locals.
Yeah.
Now the syndicate people, I think I'm assuming you can catch them too. But
Is
I
that the ones that would like raid you?
They can raid you, yeah, but it's like the ones you'll see them in the overworld. I don't know if you've come across them yet. They're pretty easy so far. But yeah, they're just like a bunch of people like with like red eyes and like black hoods, and they're like shooting pals whenever they come across them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I assume you can catch those too. It's like the
fucking
I'd compare them to
poachers.
like Team Rocket.
The team baddies.
Yeah.
The damn poachers.
Quite literally, I think. Yeah, because you can save pals from them. And like they'll have them, if you find their base, they'll have like a caged pal, similar to like Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it makes it then easier to catch that pal.
No, I don't
Okay,
think
you
so. But
saved
when you
me.
free it, you automatically get it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's definitely neat. Damn, that's just so wild, man. Like the mechanics and systems in this game. Like that is.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
There's like a couple things that are kind of annoying, like the sanity. Like one of them will be like overworked, and he'll be like getting tired.
Literally.
Yeah.
Word for word.
And he'll just get tired, and you like won't go to the spa. So I don't know.
You just have
And
to
you
pick
have
them
to
up
pick
and
them
throw
up,
them
throw
in.
them in there.
At
yeah.
that point, I wonder if that's just like some type of glitch.
I don't think it's a glitch. I think
Like, why is it not going to the spa?
I don't know.
Or is he just like,
It's
this is
gotta
not the
be-
work I want to do?
I think he just runs out of sanity too fast, and his hunger isn't going down at the same rate or something, to where he'll want to eat and then gain sanity back. I don't know exactly how the system works at the moment, but like it'll be just like one of my pals. But I think I've got it like kind of perfectly balanced at my current base. But like I try to like assign multiple pals per like task, and that kind of balances it out.
Can you, I'm trying to think if I've like maybe seen this feature in there, but can you like turn them off to where they're not working? Like, can you, is that like a
I think
setting?
so. I think it's possible.
Because I mean, when you're in game and you have a bunch of pals and they have jobs and you have this kind of self-sufficient system, like they'll just go and go and go and go and go.
Oh,
just nonstop. Like you would show me a TikTok earlier where this guy had this almost like village, and he just had a lot of these higher level pals just like fucking all walking around doing their job, just crisscrossing. I'm like, can you just kind of like turn them off? Like if I'm in game and I'm just have it sitting there for 10 hours, like I'm just gonna fucking just stock up on resources. Like,
yeah, I mean,
at some point I'll be good.
I think that's
You
the
know,
point.
can I like shut them off to where like they're just hanging out?
I know,
You know,
there's like,
not just constant movement going on.
yeah, I know there's something you can build that you can just like, kind of like a an observatory, I guess. You can like put them in there, and they'll just kind of be like walking around, chilling.
See, that would be cool if it's like, no, you can't turn them off, but if you build this, you can put them in there, and that lets them know like they're just there to hang out and rest.
Yeah, and I think there's like something else you can do to like assign them to specific things, and then maybe just to like guard the base, I guess. So
yeah, that'd be a good one.
it's kind of
Yeah.
similar to that. And I know if you get like the sandbags, like the fortify
Mm-hmm.
sandbags, you can like have pals just like posted up near it,
Oh, okay.
so they'll be guarding also.
right.
I don't know if it's like specific ones or something.
Yeah.
I haven't built it, but Yeah. I think there's like multiple options.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because, like, at some point when you do get like a pretty awesome OP village, and again, it's pretty self-sufficient. Everyone has a job. Like, it does. Again, going back to that video you showed me, it does seem a little chaotic at times, just because like everyone's just fucking
Oh, yeah.
doing this. So I wonder if you could just, it seems like you answer that there is a way to kind of shut them off to some extent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at my current base, I have 11 pals there.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I like try to make like a new structure, they'll all just fucking swarm and try to help me. And it looks like I'm about to die.
They're trying to get them brownie points.
Yeah.
No, let me help. Let me help.
Literally. But when I'm crafting something, nobody fucking comes. Like, bro, this shit's taking me like 2 minutes of holding
That
F.
is not my job.
Quite literally. That is, yeah,
That's funny.
the embodiment of that.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Helen. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you're too young.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, if you don't know, then you're a part of the shittier generation.
Yes. R.I.P. Drake Bell.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So
Josh has made an interesting name for himself.
Yeah, he was in fucking Oppenheimer.
Yeah. I forgot about that. He was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You see this
Just
man
getting random
in
ass roles.
fucking all of David Dobrik's videos.
I
and then
know.
he just fucking shows up in Oppenheimer. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that is random
gosh.
as fuck.
Bring back Fat Josh. Bring back Fat Josh. No. But yeah, Palworld it's wild, dude. That
What's
game is wild.
What's your favorite part of it so far?
Again, I'm just so early. I'm so early, but just seeing the animations, that's it.
That's very fun, yeah.
Like and they're all so like unique too.
Mhm.
Like it's not like they're like, all right, all these pals when a pal waters a garden, they all have this animation. No, it seems like they're all very different.
Yeah, it definitely seems so.
Like one of them, I don't know what the pal's name was. I've never seen it before, but in that video you were showing me earlier, I think this pal was like breaking down ore or mining, but it was pretty much doing like the Bowser shell spin move from like, Mario or Smash Bros. It looked exactly like that, but that's unique to that pal because he has like this spiked shell, like no other. What's his name?
Plagiarism.
Oh, I thought you were saying the name of the pal.
No.
Plagiarism. That doesn't seem fitting, but like that's unique to that pal.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say plagiarism because I keep seeing stuff about like Pokemon's just like not able to do anything. Apparently there have already been attempts, but it's like you got nothing.
So I have something on that actually.
Oh shit. Okay, good segue. I set you up.
Pokemon put out a statement.
Ooh. Like
have you seen this yet?
No.
Yes,
No.
legit.
You're my news guy. I get my feed from you.
All right. So the Pokemon Company states, "We have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. Wonder what game that could be."
Is that Temtem? Is that Koromon?
2024.
Oh. I'm lost. I have no clue.
"We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world, and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future." The Pokemon Company.
I just don't know what they could do.
So the most, how can I say this? Obviously, there's insane similarities, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But that's not
copyright.
copyright. That's not infringement.
Yeah.
That's
I think
not
if
plagiarism.
like you like kind of change something up, call it a different name,
Yeah.
and they've changed it up enough. Like obviously, the big one for me is that Luxray one.
Yes.
That one. I mean, because you can see the Anubis and Lucario. Like I see it, but that one's still very different. But the Luxray one, I don't know the name of that PAL, but that looks super similar.
What about
But
the
again, it's different enough.
what about the direwolf?
Oh, that one in Lycanroc? Yeah, that one is super
Okay.
similar.
Well, check this.
I'm just what would they do though? They've changed it enough though.
They did.
And it's a
And
different name. Like
there was a person on Twitter that was comparing the 3D models of
oh wow.
Lycanroc
Yeah.
and that direwolf. I can't remember the exact name.
Wasn't it? It wasn't Direwolf?
Well, it had to be like a little different. It couldn't just be
Direwolf. I don't know.
that.
With a
Maybe
V?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it was something similar to that. But
Mhm.
they were comparing the two, and it was pretty much like spot on, other than like the length of the ears and maybe like a couple spikes or something like that, because they had them like intertwined, and they're like turning one off, turning one off, turning one on, turning one on, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. But at that point, I seen that video. I was like, holy fuck, like they might actually get kind of fucked for this.
I'm just
But check this out.
yeah.
That person, they messed with the model a little bit. The person who posted that.
What the hell?
So
That's
they're
fucking
deceiving
petty.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like what is it's funny because you see shit like this.
Must have
and
been a
just-
Pokemon fanboy.
like what is your end game?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like this is a person that's just like, no, too many people are liking Palworld.
Seriously. Yeah.
Pokemon's better. I'm not even gonna try and play it.
I mean, just in our comments on like the couple TikTok videos we posted, people are, God, they're like, oh, no, Pokemon's going to show the shit out of Palworld. And then other people are like fighting the other end, and they're like, no, they're not. They can't do anything.
Yeah, I seriously don't think because like at what point is copyright like what is the standard there?
Yeah.
Like obviously there's, like we see with the Direwolf and Lycanroc, there's nuance there. Like at
Mhm.
what point is it not allowed? Like
Yeah.
no, if you would have changed one more thing, it would have been legal. Like at what point is it like copyright,
Yeah.
I was under the understanding that like as long as it's changed and as long as it has a different name, like you're good.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite literally like then it's like in the definition.
Yeah. So like
If it's different, it's not the same,
thing is,
obviously.
they're making this game, they are covering all their bases. They know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
So they are like testing and testing and testing and looking at these models and the names and just making sure they're not doing something that could get them sued by one of the biggest companies, if not the biggest company in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
You
the
know what I'm
game's been
saying?
in development for over 3 years at least.
It's funny. In my
Shit has been out. We've seen models of these characters. Nintendo had to have done something at some point.
in my head, I'm playing out this scenario where Nintendo's like, all right, guys, we need to really, look into this research. All right, so you guys play the game, look for shit. And these guys are playing, they're like, this shit's pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, for real.
Like, I didn't see anything. Did you see anything?
Oh, fuck.
I'm taking notes. That next
Yeah.
Pokemon game. Oh, dude, that would be the perfect revenge. Is Pokemon just takes shit from Palworld into their next game, which is what we want, which is what we talked about. That
That's
one
true.
clip. That's kind of what we were talking about.
That's true.
It's so funny because obviously not that I like predicted something because we all seen this game getting huge, but like that was the point I brought up was like, what if this game gets so huge? Pokemon has to see this. Like, how will this affect Pokemon? So it would be so funny if they did some shit like that.
Dude, that would be hilarious.
Yes, and awesome.
Oh, my God.
And that was Palworld's, their creator of Palworlds. That was their end game all along. They were seeing the bigger picture.
They were like, all right, we'll make this game so that Pokemon can add it to their game.
Yes, we were like, we will be the martyrs to make Pokemon good. This will be the catalyst.
Oh, my God.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
Dude, that would be some fucking... That's 200 IQ plays right there.
Dude,
That's big brain shit.
they volunteered. Tribute, man. Gods.
Sue me into oblivion.
Yes.
Throw away the key.
The sacrifice. They did it for us. Kings. Kings and queens.
They'll be remembered.
Oh, fuck. Clip that.
But yeah,
Palworld's wild.
to go back to the copyright, there's a dude who you may have seen some stuff about this on the internet. A dude made a Pokemon mod for
I
the
did.
models.
I did. Yeah. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool. You play as Ash, right?
You play as Ash, and apparently most, if not all, the Pokemon were reskinned as their respective looking Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
You got Pikachu, probably a Squirtle in there, blah blah blah. However, this dude charged. This was a paid mod. One.
That's where you get into trouble, right?
That's big trouble.
Yeah. What the hell?
That's big trouble.
Like, how do you not think, dude? Think that one through, you idiot.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Now that's big boy trouble right there.
Jeez.
When it's paid. So he.
That was an inside job. Nintendo inside job. That's what's going to get him in trouble.
Well, he already got in trouble. That guy got in trouble.
Oh, well, good.
He put out a Twitter post, I believe. Sorry, X. And he put in an X post and was like, sorry, guys, I had to take down the mod. Nintendo's coming after me.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So.
Dude, at that point, when you hear something like that, I shouldn't say this. I was going to say, just kill yourself.
I mean,
Nintendo's coming after you, dude. You're done.
Dude,
But that
Nintendo
is
plays
fucked up.
no fucking games.
Yeah.
Not
You're
at
going to prison,
all.
buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, and before even that though, I guess I'm not sure where he was releasing it. Maybe CurseForge or whatever that fucking mod website is. But you know Nexus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets their mods from Nexus generally.
Right.
Well, they're not even allowing Pokemon mods on theirs just because they don't want the fucking Nintendo
Heat.
trouble.
They don't want that
Yeah.
smoke.
Now,
Jeez.
I did download one mod last night.
Oh, you did?
I did.
What mod was
So
that?
you know Icthodeer?
Oh, yeah.
Like purple and blue deer.
Mm-hmm.
You see that little guy right in front of you?
Gabumon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's he digivolve into?
Oh, dude.
I have a Garurumon mod
Garurumon. Holy
in
shit.
place of it, and it's like perfect, bro.
Really?
Dude,
That's
yeah.
sick.
I think they ripped the model from maybe Cyber Sleuth or something else,
Dude, I'm
but
not
it's
gonna
fucking
lie.
solid.
Obviously, I think I speak for both of us, bigger Pokemon fans than Digimon fans. I would almost prefer a Digimon mod.
I think so, yeah.
Just because that would be just as exciting.
Yeah,
Because there's, we know Digimon, but there's a lot of Digimon we don't know.
yeah.
And just to see those models in game,
Well,
that
what's
would be so
crazy
sick.
is like obviously there are some really sick Pokemon.
Yeah.
But obviously a lot of them fucking suck.
A lot of them do suck. Suck
And
ass.
I think that's for, any game that has a ton of fucking characters. Obviously Pokemon has 1,000+ characters.
Yeah.
You
have to hit a quota each gen, so like they
Yeah.
can't all be fucking
Yeah.
god tier.
And I don't like all of them in Palworld either. But I would say the majority of them are fucking sick. I really
haven't-
enjoy the designs.
I haven't seen one where I was like, that's a little lame. And again,
Yeah.
5 hours in, maybe not even 5 hours, I have literally seen a handful.
Yeah.
If I had to choose one that has been like the weakest, is
Lamball.
no, I actually like Lamball.
Chickapee? It's literally like a fucking chicken.
I know, but the Chickapee makes me think of like
Zelda.
like, I mean that too, yeah, Zelda, but like kind of Harvest Moon, and
That's very
it's
true.
really cutesy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
grew up with that nostalgia. I like Chickapee, especially
But it's definitely on
the
the basic
giant
end.
ass Chickapee shooting that fucking dark death beam, dude. That killed me when that
That was
happened.
crazy. I was
Dude,
like, what the
We
fuck?
were like, what the fuck just happened?
Got a hyper beam.
Bring me back. But what's his name?
Cativa.
Depresso or
Oh,
something like that?
Depresso, yeah.
Depresso. Yeah, that one was like, it's not bad, but it's like that was the weakest.
Yeah, and what's funny about that is it's like an Esper. It's like
I mean,
pretty
yeah,
much an
yeah, it's
Esper,
very
but
similar.
with a little design color.
Yeah,
and-
like an angsty Esper.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, even again, Celeray, like there's not that much to Celeray, but I just really like Celeray.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
like
design.
that little penguin one too.
I
and I
prefer
like-
Celeray over like Mantine, for sure.
Man, I don't know. Maybe. But even that like little penguin guy, like he's super cute too. I really
Yeah.
like him. And I like that when you like kill them, they're just like still there. They got the
Oh,
squiggly
dude.
eyes. You can just
Yeah.
fucking roll them. It's just funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it is funny.
But
Kind of
yeah,
fucked
like
up.
they are good designs, and just like the graphics engine that they used really aids to it.
Yes.
Like it just looks really good,
Yeah, I'm like obsessed with it.
and it's not even that like
And it's
these-
optimized really fucking well.
Yeah, it runs really well. Yeah. Again, this game, I think it's partially done so well is because when you see an ambitious game, like when we first like got the the very first trailer for this game, you see how ambitious it is and like what like a lot of the inspiration. It just seems like too good to be true. And then when we got
Yeah.
it, we're like, holy shit, this actually runs really well. This works really well. And I think that's part of the reason why it's been doing so good.
No, I agree. Shit, proving Matt wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking wild. But I think I read something online, where it was a team of 10 people.
Like it started as a team of 10 or like
I don't know the
like
exact
entire
scenario,
time?
but either way, it's like mind blowing.
That
A
is-
team of 10 people, whether it started or ended, blah, blah, blah. Team of 10 people with a budget of guess.
Gosh, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna say something just like too low. I really don't know video game creation and
Just take a
budget-wise.
guess.
20,000.
10,000.
Damn, I was thinking 10 too, but I was like, that just sounds too low. Even 20 sounds crazy, stupid low.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I'm going to pull up a calculator here for a second.
Dude, the money they've made?
So just on Steam. Just on Steam. 3. They have generated $240 million
Oh my
just
God,
on Steam.
dude.
Actually, that could be wrong. That might be overall, actually.
What's crazy is like they could have been and still made just as much. Well, still sold just as much. They could have doubled the price. They could have made it a $60 game.
Oh, yeah.
People still would have ate it up.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's really cool that they knew that, hey, this, our budget was pretty low, so we don't need to make this a $60 game.
Even if it was $5,
We're gonna
dude.
make stupid money off this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's really cool that they like weren't super greedy. And again, maybe this is an early access price, but still, like I think any other company would have been like $50, $60, $70
$100%
for a game like this. Especially for a game that, again, you get your money's worth in the first weekend you play.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
seriously.
first session, I was already like,
I mean,
fuck
honestly,
yeah.
if you do a 8 to 10 hour session, boom, money's worth.
Yeah.
Easy. And you will barely just scrape the surface of like what this game like fully entails. Like everywhere to explore. All the pals too.
Dude, that map is huge. I've barely touched it.
And you know what really sucks? Which I mean, I feel like this could have been said just like so long ago with like Nintendo and Pokemon. Which we've known this about Nintendo and Pokemon for so long that like they just don't play. They'll come after you if you try and, do anything with their games pretty much.
Yeah.
But like, the people that made this game are just like diehard Pokemon fans.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we just let them have this? Do you
Y-
really like, dude?
You know what the...
You can let them have this, and no one's gonna stop buying Pokemon.
Yeah.
Dude, you will still reign supreme. You will still sell.
The company name is Pocket Pair. They're obviously fucking fans of Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would suck so hard if
You know what they should do?
something did happen.
Buy Palworld, incorporate that team, make Pokemon fucking epic.
Boom, you got all your Gen 10 Pokemon.
Literally.
Literally. Like, they're making it
Yeah.
easy for you.
You're like, well, we didn't need 2 Luxrays, but I guess we do.
I guess he needs a another evolution.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're bringing Megas back. Mega
Oh,
Luxray.
yeah.
But yeah, that just sucks. Again, I don't think anything's going to happen, but if something does, that would suck to be like, damn, we were just really big Pokemon fans and we just kind of wanted to make our own little, monster taming game.
Pretty much. Fucking.
But again, at the same time, like, has Pokemon tried to go after Temtem? Tried to go after Koromon? It's the exact same.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, you have them that look just as identical. I mean, some that look just as
Yeah.
identical. Obviously, you have some that look very original, just like Palworld.
but they're doing what Palworld did, and they're like not making it identical to the product. Like
Yeah.
what Nintendo should be doing, and they probably are, knowing their litigation team, is going after all these fucking mobile games that are advertising for these literally clones of Pokemon games.
Yeah. But I feel like Pokemon is only like coming out with things like that just because of the wild success.
Oh, of course.
Like
Yeah.
I've heard other people talk about Koromon and Temtem, but like not to the extent of Palworld 6 days later.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the only reason why these things are being said.
I
Like,
mean-
what's the difference?
Yeah. If Pokemon and Nintendo were to sue Palworld, there's obviously a reason. Because
Yeah.
they're not direct ripoffs. Like, they are similar,
Yeah.
but it's not a direct ripoff of the product. But in order for you to sue, it's got to be like hurting your feelings or something. They got to be jealous as fuck.
I think they have to know that, hey guys, more than likely, there's nothing we can do, but just us being who we are, like this big ass company, like this is just the process. We have to do this, so we're
Yeah.
gonna look into it. I feel like that's really what it is,
Yeah.
because again, I think especially if like Xbox gets a hold of this, on the
Yeah.
Game Pass. Like, they had to have looked into it as well. They're not
Exactly.
going to grab this game and be like, make it a part of their system if they're like, well, they could be sued here soon.
Yeah.
They had to have really done some digging and had like all the copyright and just the legal shit.
No, that is true. I didn't
Um,
really think about that.
yeah,
But yeah,
packed
Xbox definitely wouldn't have gotten this if they were like, holy fuck, what if Nintendo comes for us?
Yeah. And it is weird because Xbox and Nintendo, I feel like they've really been kind of not working hand in hand, but I feel like there
Yeah.
has been some type of
Crossover in
like
some
team
capacity.
friendship, being
Yeah.
established between the two. So I don't know. Again, I want to say this is just them doing like, hey, this is just part of the process. We're probably not going to find anything, but like, let's just go ahead and make sure.
Yeah, I could see that just being like for the company, we'll do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you never know. They could find something. But
Yeah.
as of right now, there's no actual proof that there have been direct ripoffs. And
Right.
it's even, I think one of the creators said that each of them were like hand drawn. So I don't know.
But it does make you think, though, like, with all this being said, going back to, like, the Dire Wolf, the Luxray, you couldn't have added or did something a little different.
I know.
Like, that's pretty spot on, dude.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
Like, it's not hard. The Lycanroc one, like, dude, you could have done something crazy different.
Yeah.
Give the bitch horns. Just throw some horns on him. You didn't even do that. So it does make you think. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, in their defense, Lycanroc, it's just a fucking wolf. It's a wolf with fucking triangles on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they
And
definitely.
honestly, I'm coming after Pokemon because I could have swore I seen a wolf look really similar on Monster Rancher. That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I've seen comparisons of Monster. Was it Monster Quest? What the fuck? What's the Dragon Ball Z game? Like Akira Toriyama.
Oh, Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Like the first Dragon Quest, which came out before Pokemon.
Oh, way
Um,
before. Yeah.
There's like a comparison of the Dragon Quest monsters and the Pokemon Gen 1 monsters, and they are very, very fucking
Yeah.
close.
I will say that's just difficult because you're working with sprites there.
Yeah.
Like you're literally working with just colored boxes, and you're making a design. So
Yeah.
like it really gets difficult. That's like difficult terrain.
Well, I'm
You
talking
know?
about like official like artwork of them, like say anime style.
Yeah.
If you look at
Oh, I
those
see what you're saying.
comparisons, they're
Yeah.
like fucking very close. Obviously, Akira Toriyama has his own style,
Yes,
but
he does.
they're like the same. Like fucking what's an example? Like Dragonite, there's like a clone of that,
Oh, okay.
or I should say the other one is the Dragonite's the clone
Right.
of that one.
Right.
Shelder as another one. I think one's pretty close to like maybe Pikachu or something.
Mm.
But yeah. So if Nintendo can do it, why can't other people?
Right.
So Akira Toriyama is responsible for the biggest franchise in the entire world.
Dude, well, when you were talking about that, I couldn't help but think we're just so like used to it now. I don't even know if like desensitized would be the right word. But like just think about that man and like what he's done.
Akira
And,
Toriyama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were joking like, hey, he's responsible for this, but like all these animes and all these game creators that have made these games that we love, these books, these movies, these shows we love, a lot of them had to have taken inspiration from that one man and what he created.
100%.
Like, dude, he seriously walked so like all these other people could run.
Yeah,
It's just crazy to think about that. And people will like, that's what I hate when people who like anime, they kind of shit on Dragon Ball Z and just Dragon Ball in general. I'm like, dude,
you wouldn't
show
have
some fucking respect.
Yeah,
man.
you wouldn't have My Hero, you wouldn't have fucking Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah.
all these animes if it were not for that man, Akira Toriyama.
Exactly. Like, and no one's arguing it's like the greatest story of all time, but dude.
Yeah.
I mean, bias, nostalgia, I still think it's fucking top tier. It's fucking awesome, but like, dude, show some respect, man.
Honestly.
Like, you don't gotta like it, but you can, show some respect. That's
Like,
all I'm saying.
I don't like One Piece, but I still respect the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, same with like One Piece and Naruto. Like, obviously, Dragon Ball and things came before
Of course.
Dragon Ball that I'm sure he was influenced by, but like, that was such a monumental step that man took.
Yeah.
To inspire everything we have now, and he very well may have influenced what Pokemon is today.
If Akira Toriyama never invented Dragon Ball, who knows what we would not have today.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We'll never know.
Yeah.
But I mean, even Dragon Quest, like, so much. Gosh.
It's a fucking butterfly effect, man.
Dude, seriously. That dude is, gosh. I don't want to say it, but man, that's going to suck when we lose him.
Oh, dude, yeah, that'll be a heartbreaking day.
Damn. Yeah. I don't want to think about it, but
So, do you want to hear about some stats from Palworld?
Okay, yeah. Let's talk stats. Let's talk numbers.
Numbers, baby.
Numbers.
All right, so Palworld is shattering records, obviously, selling over 8 million copies in 6 days. Keep in mind, Hogwarts Legacy, I think, did 22 million in a year.
Damn.
So 8 million
year,
in 6 days.
in 365 days.
Yes.
God.
Palworld reaches over 2 million concurrent players on Steam. This puts it over the 2 million player milestone and increases its lead over Counter-Strike 2's position. And that puts it behind only PUBG for the Steam record for most concurrent players for a paid game, which is 3,257,000. So, 2 million concurrent people playing a paid game on Steam. It's the number 2 highest on that list.
It makes you think, is it just kind of solidified as number 2? Like, what would have to happen for it to hit another spike? I feel like it's already hit the biggest spike that that it's going to hit.
I think so.
Unless it's like something special happens with like a full game release and then
quite possibly
another crowd. But I just don't, especially with everything we're seeing now, I don't see what's going to make that number like, cross that threshold.
Yeah. I don't know. Because
But I mean, either way, still crazy.
this
impressive,
just happened
still
yesterday.
awesome.
The 2 million mark was yesterday.
Which,
so
I
obviously
mean,
the hype is still in full
Yeah.
effect, but
that is fair. It's only 6 days. It still could go up.
and I mean shit, we have friends that bought it literally every day probably for the last week.
Well, yeah, you think about the people that are still convincing their other friends.
Exactly, yeah.
There's still people that are on the fence.
Mm-hmm. Hell, I'm probably responsible for 4 people buying it.
Yeah, exactly. Now take, even if it's for every 7, for every 10, 7 of those people kind of tell their friends to get another person to play, then that's that more, many more people playing. I don't know. Is there an actual review out for this yet?
I think
like a more official, like an IGN.
IGN gave it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
What would you give it so far?
Um,
Again, IGN, I imagine hopefully they've played it to what they feel is completion.
yeah,
like
I've
meet the
definitely,
leaders.
there's a lot of things that I've not yet to do in the game, but
Mhm.
at this current moment, I'd have to give it a 9 for sure.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking with my 5 hours, if I can even say anything, like an 8.59 for right now.
Because it's like the fun factor is 100%. Like
Yeah.
there hasn't been a moment in the game that I've not been having fun. Even fucking holding F, just doing something, a menial task, just it's fucking fun, dude.
Yeah, they were really smart with what they did because, again, a menial task like building, and then you got a ball of fur sheep just running behind you to start hammering. Something about that is just like makes you smile.
Yeah.
They're just fucking running like, I'm going to help them.
And it's not like in like a standard survival game. Even Lego Fortnite, you do have villagers, but they're not that good, They're like kind of shitty.
Yeah, you talk to them every 3 hours, they'll be like, "Hey, here's some ingots.
Yeah.
Found some wood."
I could honestly see Palworld being an influence on that game directly too.
Oh, Lego Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even just the PAL system,
Mm-hmm.
with the villagers.
That's got to be so... Like, I imagine being someone who's working on and updating, like, Lego Fortnite. And it's like, oh, man, people are really loving this. Like, people are having fun. Like, we got obsessed for a little while.
Yeah.
We just, like, went through everything they had really quick.
Yeah.
Just because we were, like, really obsessed. But that's got to be, I guess, somewhat disheartening to see Power and be like, oh, damn.
Why didn't I think of that?
I know. What can we incorporate? Like, fuck, we don't have anything that could really hit on that fun factor.
Yeah. It's true, though.
We're just hitting on the Lego nostalgia over here. But if they did add like those universes of Lego that they kind of have their hand in, like the Harry Potter, the Lord of the Rings, that would be something.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But I don't know if they're going to go that route. But either way.
I don't know.
But yeah, there is just something that keeps you smiling when you play Palworld.
Oh, what I was going to say is even though, like, say in Lego Fortnite, you kind of feel, like, if you're playing alone, you kind of feel alone, in that game. But in this game, there's just so much going on, especially if you're at your base, that you're just like, I'm kind of surrounded.
Well, in Lego
by, like, interactions.
Fortnite, again, you have a pretty big map, but you are going to such concentrated locations.
Yeah.
It's very empty. Very empty.
Yes.
Like, you will walk 10 minutes just to go to the dry lands, to go to this cave,
and
then to the next cave. You may fight a brute, but then on to the next cave. Inventory's full. Now I'm going to go back 15 minutes just to go to my base. Like, that's what it is. It's very empty, where, as in Palworld, again, 5 hours, haven't really explored much, but, like, there's already something of interest everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you have these pals everywhere, but you have these, like, ruins over here, and then I see this tree with some fruit up here. What is that? I hear this humming. What is that? It's a shiny. It's near me. Let me find it. There's something interesting going on. Oh, man, there's a level 40 fucking boss pal over here. There's something everywhere.
Yeah, no, quite literally.
Keeps it interesting.
And if you don't think
Fresh.
there is, you can boost up your fucking spawn rate.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
can make it. I think what we were playing on is the base,
like default.
and you can do up to 3 times that
So you can have
without
like
mods. So you
3 times as many pals just fucking roaming around.
yeah,
Holy
and that's
shit.
just what the game offers. You can download fucking mods and make it however many you want.
Oh my gosh. Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know what they did with this game is just fucking phenomenal.
And it's crazy. Like it's pretty genius just because with mods, like I guess essentially you have just an infinite amount of pals.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like
I've
how
already
people
seen.
make ROM hacks and
Yeah.
they create their own Pokemon for Pokemon games, people just add in pals.
Yep.
Like, oh man, have you seen this fucking mod for
And
this
what's
one pal?
crazy?
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
What's crazy is these fucking developers are so sick. They're offering. They're gonna have like a dedicated Steam workshop in the future. So like you can just click and download.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you don't have to go to Nexus. Obviously, most people probably will.
Right,
It's just a
right.
lot easier to use that interface.
Mm-hmm.
But you can just like open up Steam Workshop, click a mod, subscribe to it. It's downloaded.
Damn. Yeah, that's sick.
Obviously, that'll be in the future, but
Yeah.
they've said that they will be coming.
Oh, I tell you what, a mod that who knows, maybe it's a thing, but that would be sweet is if they actually do have like shinies and they
Yeah.
make like a variant skin for each pal.
Well, you know what's cool?
That would be sick.
They're already kind of in there.
They're in there. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
So there's a breeding mechanic.
Okay.
And when you breed and you upgrade your mons, I've seen like a brief video with the Eichthidere,
Uh-huh.
and apparently this dude made it to where it was gold.
What?
Yeah.
Is that like perfect everything?
It
don't
might
know.
be. I'm not entirely sure, but all
Yeah.
I know is it changed. So
Whoa.
yeah.
But I wonder if that's like the only variant for each one. Like, hey, if you do this with each pal, like
possible.
it'll be gold.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
Or there could be tiers
Like,
of it.
that's cool.
You never know.
But it would be cool if there was, just like how Pokemon has shinies, there would be like
Mhm.
another variant that you could find.
Yeah, no,
out
I
there.
agree. I'm
'Cause-
just glad that there's at least size differences.
Yeah. Because when I think about Scarlet and Violet, like nothing is bringing me, wanting me to go back to the Indigo Disc. But the only thing that would draw me back is like, man, I want a shiny hunt. Like
Right.
something about that is just so fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
So like even when we've put 500 hours into this game, like that would keep drawing me back. It's like, oh man, I want to find a shiny. Let's go
Yeah.
shiny hunting, Robert.
I agree. There's definitely something about just finding that fucking different colored monster
Yeah.
and it being rare.
Yeah. Seriously.
I got this. Bragging rights.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the I've said this before, but like just like the novelty of
Mhm.
it. Like not everybody has this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you go on eBay and buy it for $3.
That is true.
But so I was waiting for you to ask what I've been up to, but we're way past that point.
What have you been up to, Chris?
Oh, well, now that you ask. So have been playing Palworld, but I've had this JRPG itch, so I'm trying to chase it.
Jerpage.
Some drippage, an itch. So I've been chasing that and scratching it with some Xenoblade. I've been sitting on this game for a while. Again, we talked about like New Year's resolutions.
Which one?
I want to beat 20 games this year, which I shouldn't be going the JRPG route.
I think you could I'd say you can give Lego Minecraft a win.
Okay, does that count as one?
I think so.
Hell
We've
yeah.
kind of done literally everything in the
Okay,
game.
cool. I'll take it. That's one for me. What do you had 2 this year? Does that make 2 for you?
I guess technically, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition or Definitive Version, but it's the very first one. It was brought over remastered for the Switch. I've been sitting on the game for like 2 years. And again, I want to beat 20 games this year. I felt this JRPG itch, so I'm like, man, I need to chase it because that itch doesn't come all that often.
Right.
So I'm feeling very motivated to not drop this game and beat it. But, I want to play games that are in my backlog, but games that I already have, so I don't have to keep buying games. Palworld aside.
Right.
But I've been having a lot of fun with that. I'm not going to lie. It's really good. It's really good so far. I'm about 12 hours in.
Oh, nice.
I've been playing I've been on Graveyards this week, so I'd get like an hour or two.
Oh, you're playing on the
3
Switch?
in. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
No,
good.
it's I have it for the Switch.
That's what I said. You're playing it on the Switch.
Yeah. Oh, just the way you said that. Like, what else would I play it on?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know if it was like a PlayStation.
Oh,
something.
all right. So this game actually came out. I don't think they ported it to the PlayStation, but it originally came out on the Wii. This was one of those like
Oh.
Wii JRPG
Ugh.
games. I know, weird, right? But it was like one of the better Wii games. I don't know if they had that in it. But yes, this was one of those like really hard to find, expensive, like sought out like JRPG games. And this one was on the Wii. They ported it to the Switch because I played the second one when that came out on the Switch. Totally skipped the first. Had a lot of fun with the second one, but I was like, you know what, let me just give this first one a try. And it's a lot of fun. The combat, there's definitely a learning curve with the combat, but I'm enjoying it. The characters are good. Again, 12 hours in, which is pretty much nothing when it comes to a JRPG, but I'm sticking with it. So I've been playing that. Tomorrow, Friday, which again, when this releases, this will have already happened, but my buddy Kent's coming over. He wants to learn how to play the Pokemon TCG game, so I'm excited to get another friend into that. Going to teach him. Going to have some fun with that. Get his addiction started. The man's not going to be able to save any money after tomorrow. It's all going to go into Pokemon. And then next week, when this episode releases, 2 days later, I will be going to see The Devil Wears Prada and Counterparts. Because this is partially a music podcast. We got to talk about it from time to time.
It might be 0.0001%, but
it's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we grew up listening to The Devil Wears Prada. A little bit of like Counterparts, but mainly The Devil
What are you,
Wears Prada.
French?
Hmm?
You said we.
We? Like we?
I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, would you not consider yourself? Are you not in that boat? Maybe it's just me.
Of course I am.
Seeny weenie. No, but I have always loved The Devil Wears Prada, and I feel like we don't have many opportunities to see them. So they're coming. They're coming to the area. So yeah, we're seeing them. Me and my buddy. Actually, me and my buddy Bob, not this Bob.
Sorry.
My buddy Bobby.
You gonna
He sent me that tour, and I was like, you know what? I'll fucking go to that. Hell yeah.
You gonna go hit up your boy Mike?
Yeah. I haven't talked with that dude in a while.
Oh,
Hit him
Mike
up.
H.
Oh, Mike Aranica. Ah, man. Freaking Mike. What a legend.
You ever met him?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I never, like, went up there and, like, talked to him or anything.
I'm your biggest fan.
Well, no. I think when I listened to him, I don't know if they were ever that band by the time I listened to them. I'm sure early on they were, like, play a show and then hang out at, like, the merch booth. But
they're probably
they
one
were
of those.
always
Like,
so big.
yeah, they just go back to the bus.
And I just don't know if he was, like, you know, like a people
Yeah.
person like that.
I mean, yeah, I've never really like. There's been a couple like bigger bands that I've kind of like met like the vocalist for, but I don't know. I'm just like I always see them and they're always like bombarded by people, so I'm just like not one to like kind of intrude.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they're out there, they kind of want the interaction just to kind of like, you know.
And I don't know why I have this. It's very judgmental of me, but I have this like weird stigma where it's like, that's lame. You're gonna go talk to him.
I know,
Jeez,
right?
That's fucking loser.
You look up to that guy.
And again, that I don't know why I have that. But I mean, for Mike Haranica, if I just seen him there at like the merch booth, I probably would. But like, when am I gonna get this opportunity again?
Yeah.
Like at least get a picture or something. But yeah, them Counterparts, Fit for a King, not the biggest Fit for a King guy.
Corey Wells is the exception, though.
Yeah, because that was just so low key as well. Like
I
he
know.
wasn't like huge, and he's just like.
And he's
over
a
there,
bro.
Maybe he's a bro. He's like into video games and anime and shit. And there was maybe a few people over there, and we went over there and talked to him. He's
I
super
hit his
chill.
vape.
Yeah, we were like, dude, can we hit your vape? And he just he had one of those. What is it called? Is it a mod?
Yeah, like one of the mod
The
ones.
bigger ones. And this was like while COVID was like, you know, in its peak, like prime, pretty much.
No, it just ended.
I mean, well, some argue it's still kind
I
of
think it was like one of the first shows we
going.
went to.
Yeah,
like
but
afterwards.
that was like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And people still would argue that COVID is like.
I mean, it's definitely, but I wouldn't say peak. It
Okay,
was like
maybe
right
not
when like
peak.
stuff started opening up.
Okay, yeah,
you
that's
know?
not fair to say peak because that show wouldn't have been a thing
Right.
during peak.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was still towards kind of the height, because that was like a concern. He was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I don't have COVID,"
But he was
But,
sick, I believe.
He was sick, but we didn't care. Give me that. Give me that. Kiss
Oh
me.
God, we sound like freaks.
No, the one time I had COVID, it was pretty fucking awesome.
It's definitely more chill than it sounds.
What, COVID?
No. Just like, oh, let me hit your vape.
Oh yeah, I mean that does. Gosh, that sounds so cringy. I'll admit.
Yeah.
Dude, let me hit your fucking vape, man.
That's funny.
And plus, we didn't give a fuck. We were like buzzing pretty good.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, we definitely had a few drinks.
That was a really good show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, Corey Wells, shout out. But yeah, Devil Wears Prada, Counterparts, super hype.
What was the last band? Fit for a King?
Fit for a King, and then there's another opening band, but I can't not opening, but I think they're on the tour. But they're just one of the smaller bands. I can't remember their name, but I'm seeing that. Super hype for that. And lastly,
So no recording next Wednesday?
What's up?
I said so no recording next Wednesday?
No, not Wednesday.
I was just kidding.
Yeah. Which I did take. Yeah, I took Wednesday off. I think we'll have to do that Thursday.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, because that Thursday's a 7 to 3, I believe. I don't know if I'm
Cool.
working at 12, but hopefully not. Either that Thursday or Friday. But I did finish a show called Arcane. Animated show. It's I'm kind of late to it. I think it came out 2019, but it's like it covers like the origin story of Jinx, who's a League of Legends character. I don't really know much about League, but it was good, very solid. Honestly, some of the best animation I've ever seen.
Damn.
I don't think it's an anime, but just like an animated show. But
It's that Riot money.
Yeah, seriously. It's so stylized, but in such a cool way. And the fight scenes are awesome. I mean, really good story too. But it's a really solid show. And again, it covers the backstory of Jinx. I don't know if all these characters are in the games, but you have Jinx, Violet, Silco. There's another big character I'm forgetting, but solid show. It got renewed for a second season. I remember when I was starting it, it said that this was like one of the most liked shows on Netflix. So I think a lot of people really enjoy it.
Interesting.
But yeah, I finished that. I'd give that a solid, very solid 9 out of 10. Like it's good, dude. It's good. 9 episodes. I think each episode's like 30 to like 45 minutes long. I think in that 40 to 45 minute area. But yeah, super solid. But yeah, that's all I've had going on, Robert. Thanks for asking.
No worries, bud. Pal, should I say?
Hey, it's okay. You didn't have to ask. You're my guest today. So, like, I wanted to know what you've been doing, just being a gracious host. So, honestly, dude, I appreciate you taking the time to come by today. It's been a lot of fun. You're a
of
natural,
course.
dude.
I'll come back and do it again next week.
You've
if
done
you'd
this
like.
before. You have definitely done this before. I do not
I'm a
believe you.
natural. I'm
You
just
are,
a natural.
indeed.
Yeah.
But hey, this has been episode 66 of the Hardcore Podcast. Are we good to cut it off there?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
See you all next week.
See you.